Well, good afternoon, Jocelyn. So good to see you here and at your destination. You've made your commitment and you're ready to go. And so I would like you to introduce yourself, your grad year, your position, and the university you selected.
All right, well, I'm Jocelyn Harms. I play outfield and middle infield. I'm a 2025, and I'm committed to Simmons University in Boston,
Oh,
Massachusetts.
wonderful. And I love your story about this. That's why I'm so excited that you're on the podcast. Tell me why you chose this university.
Well, okay, so I'm a military kid, and I've always moved around everywhere. I don't like staying in one place for too long. And right now I live in a small town in Kansas, and I've never been to Boston. And I emailed the coach for the Sparkler. And when I went to Boston, I just fell in love. It was immediate, like, this is the city I want to be in. And the school, like, the academics is just amazing. Like, they have a bunch of opportunities in Boston and through the school. It's perfect.
Amazing. And one thing I want to recognize because everybody talks about D1, D1. This is a D3 school and look at the excitement on your face. And
Yes.
it isn't a talent layer, this is literally a fit and something where a top level talented young lady like yourself gets to pick where you want to go. So that's what impressed me the most and that you got so excited about an unknown university, right? I mean, it wasn't one on your target list, initially. So was there anything else? I remember you telling me when you and your dad went on the visit, some of the fun things you did, and that sold it also.
We went to a Red Sox game, which I've always wanted to go to the Fenway as it's like super famous. And that
Yeah.
was super fun. And they do $9 sports tickets for any sports game in the Boston area. The food
Oh
is to die
no, what kind
for.
of food was it?
We went to Chinatown and I got some really good dumplings. They also had a really good crepes place and seafood. I miss seafood so
Oh,
much living in Kansas. And the seafood was so good down there.
oh, you're making me hungry. That's awesome. I love it. So let's talk about some of the bumps along the way. What was the hardest part of the journey for you for recruiting?
Um, Honestly, getting myself out there because I have to travel 2 hours to get to a team that in order to get myself noticed because there's no teams within an hour or more near me. I'd
And
say
tell
that
me
was
about
probably
your team. Tell us the name and your coach. I mean, give some plugs out to some of these fabulous people that were on this journey with you.
so when I got recruited, I played for Building Champions under Joe Chames out of Kansas City.
Tell me about, our relationship. One, how did you find me? And then some of the tips that you thought helped you along the way.
One night I was scrolling on Twitter and a girl committed to Syracuse, which I've always loved that school. I don't remember the girl's name, but I remember I was like looking through her like paragraph and then you were tagged and so I was like, what is this? I've never heard of this. So I clicked on it and there was a Google form in your bio. So I clicked
Oh,
on it and
that's
filled it
awesome.
out.
Oh, that's great. No, I appreciate that. And yeah, we have a couple headed to Syracuse. So we love Coach Dupking up there. She's awesome. And hey, you never know how things work out, right? So, tips wise, what do you think one of the most valuable things that we did for you was?
I really like the help with emailing as I struggled with that before I joined CSA. I didn't really know what to say, how to format it. Like that was probably the hardest part for me.
Oh, excellent. Well, we appreciate that. And of course, our system was built by college coach feedback. So they're the ones telling us what they want. So we appreciate that. Was there anything else you learned throughout your journey that you would want to share with others? Like if there was a younger you out there, what would you tell this young lady?
I would tell her to keep trying, put yourself out there, do what you have to do, don't ever stop trying, and control what you can control.
Oh, I like that. That is fabulous. That is
Yes.
great. And if there's one unique thing about you, I know you mentioned that you were a military brat out in kind of rural Kansas, but is there something else that's uniquely you?
Um, it's kind of weird, but I'm left eye and left foot dominant, but I'm right hand dominant.
Well, that's probably our society making you that way, right?
Well, I like when I shoot a bow and arrow, I shoot with a left-hander bow because I'm left eye dominant when I aim, and I
Oh,
run like starting with my left foot, but
isn't
everything else
that
is right-handed.
interesting? Yeah. So in my generation, they called it ambidextrous. So maybe
Yes.
they've gotten more technical with that because I was kind of me until I had hurt my arm this May. I forgot or I had my surgery in April, how much I did with my left hand. Too, I shoot pool left-handed, I bowl left-handed, I batted left-handed, but I'm so right-handed. But when I had this cast, I had to open doors. And I mean, you think about it, you walk up to a door with two handles, which one do you pull? I always pulled the left handle. And so it
Yeah.
kind of made me think like, gosh, maybe I was a little bit more left dominant. So that's interesting. I didn't know that about you. How about your family? Tell us about your family.
Um, my dad is a retired Army pilot. He flew Apaches and now he's a realtor.
Wow.
My mom is a special education teacher,
Love it.
and my brother is in eighth grade.
Oh, so they got one more to keep them busy. They
Yes.
won't be empty nesters just yet, huh?